In the previous installment of Why is the Robin Overheating? Can we fix the problem by throwing parts at it? I don't know, let's find out. I threw parts at it. I gave it a new radiator, a colder thermostat. That's the end of the list. And then I broke the thermostat housing, so the video ended abruptly. Well, now I've got a new thermostat housing and a new upper radiator hose, because that's an important part. And we're going to put it on the engine and see if the Robin still overheats. It's going to be a real short video. Just like the previous two attempts, let's put some silicone on here. All right, that kind of looks like poop, but you know, it'll seal. Now I got this new thermostat housing and I got this upper radiator hose with the bellows section here, but that's not the only thing I bought with this order. I also got these bolts. There is nothing special about them, and yes, I had them shipped from the UK. Now let's put everything in place, being very careful not to smear the silicone yet. Something's wrong. There. Okay, the problem was a small but ruinous burr on one of the bolt holes, so I have taken care of the issue, and let's reinstall this. I've also put more silicone, this time on the bottom of the thermostat, rather than on the top of the engine block. All right, I shall let that firm up for 1 hour, and then come back and tighten everything. In the future, I would like to put waterless coolant in here, but that's when I do the engine refurb, and not now. Just going to put regular coolant in here. And then, for the first time ever, the Robin refused to start. No! Why isn't it starting? Since I killed the battery, I hooked up a jumper and... What is that about? Why is it suddenly running like complete garbage? Well, I don't know what the problem was, but it seems to be fine now, after doing nothing other than hooking up the separate jumper battery to it. Even idle's fine. After it finally decided to run properly, all on its own, I let it idle for a good 15 minutes just to burp the coolant. All right, let's go. It's a perfect day for a soft test of the Robin's overheating issue because it's barely 70 degrees out. The whole week previous it was 100 degrees and I knew it was just going to overheat immediately despite everything I did. But today, proper test, because before it would overheat when it's 50 degrees outside. So if it doesn't overheat today, I'm going to call the problem fixed. We'll see. I'm going to go on my normal loop on the highway at 65 miles an hour, come back and report to you what the needle says. Good news! It worked! I didn't expect it to work as well as it did, but it did. It stayed rock solid in the middle of the coolant gauge the whole drive, except for at the very tail end, after driving at 60 to 65 miles an hour for 20 minutes straight, I went up a hill and it started to creep just a little bit above the middle. But after the hill was done, it went back down to the middle. It's never done that before. And I was even able to turn the heater off. It's been on this entire time. So yeah, it worked. Told you the video was going to be short.